What's up everyone, OJ here. Welcome back to our coverage of Fire Emblem Three Houses and introducing some brand new coverage of God Eater 3 on the Nintendo Switch. We've got the first footage of the game actually running on the system and it's looking really good, plus more Fire Emblem Three Houses goodness. So let's go ahead and get right into this, guys. And we're starting off with a brand new character reveal from the official Japanese Fire Emblem Twitter account. And this one's name is Dorothy, or Dorothy. I'm not exactly sure how to say it, but either way, she's a member of the Black Eagles. She was the apprentice of a famous opera singer before coming to the monastery. Since she was also a member of the Middle Frank Opera Company, she has a great deal of admiration for Manuela. She's the only commoner in the Black Eagle house, which makes her feel uncomfortable to a certain degree, but it also makes her treat everyone as an equal, no matter their social standing. Now, you guys are checking out a clip and of course seeing some pictures here, and I absolutely love her design and style. This is definitely a character that's probably gonna have a lot more to say than what meets the eye at first. Her little hat that she has here, matching with the black, and her outfit looks absolutely phenomenal. So I'm looking forward to meeting her more in the game and kind of just seeing how all the other characters interact, especially when you start mixing commoners with like the royals and things like that. There's always an interesting dynamic when it comes to how certain characters treat other characters and what happens in Fire Emblem and just the series in general. So I'm interested in seeing more of this relationship with her and the other people in the game. Now, we also have another brand new character reveal to talk about as well, and that is Lorenz. I think I'm saying that right, might be saying that wrong, but either way, once again, we do have another character reveal, and he has a weird looking kind of design. This bowl cut, man, this man out here rolling with this bowl cut, going this Japanese style bowl cut with the rose and everything. I mean, this guy's probably going to be an interesting character to talk to. So his name is Lorenz of the Golden Deer House. He is voiced by Hiroshi Watanabe. Lorenz is the eldest son of the Duke Goldstar. He may come across as snobby, but he is fully aware of the responsibilities and what it means to be a member of the nobility. It seems he has been trying to chat up with some of the girls at the monastery, but to little success. You guys are checking out a clip of him. And I think I know what the problem is here. It's probably your haircut, dude. If you're not having success, I think you really need to change that bowl cut into like a Sasuke style of hair, you know, or something like that. It's gotta look better than what you got right here, man. So I think that's the issue. And also rolling around with the rose on your shirt, I mean, that's not necessarily the best thing to do either. You're already giving away your intentions before they even like talk to you at all. So I think that's the problem here that Lorenz is having. But either way, shout outs to my dude Lorenz. Maybe he'll have some luck as we go on through the game. Now, another thing that I want to discuss with Fire Emblem Three Houses, guys, please make sure you guys check out my other character introductions. We're going to be going over everybody for all the new people that are kind of watching the videos, because I look at the comment section, a lot of you guys, this is going to be your first Fire Emblem video. Make sure you check out my previous videos on the combat. Make sure you check out my previous videos on the different characters that are introduced and kind of what Fire Emblem is about, just so you can get a little bit better idea if this game is really going to be for you. But this is going to be many people's first Fire Emblem game, so I'm excited to share information with you guys and talk about the franchise, because Fire Emblem is my favorite Nintendo franchise, along with Xenoblade and Super Smash Brothers. So really excited to kind of get into this information, and really excited to see more about the new characters, because there's probably still a number of new characters that they're going to be showing off leading up to the launch of the game. And this is a little bit more exciting to me doing stuff like this than it was just like Rare Blades, for example, with Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I was doing that like nearly a year before. I mean, it was so many months before the game launched, because it launched in December, and I was talking about that all the way back in like maybe like April or May or something like that. I'm not really sure, but either way, I know I was covering it for a very long time. So this is a lot better, because this game is coming out literally in about 2 months. So that is awesome. It's awesome to kind of get into all of this. Now let's talk about some God Eater 3. Let's go ahead and shift focus over to the next game here, and that is God Eater 3. We got a lot of new information, guys. We got the first gameplay footage and also more content that's going to be planned post-launch. So God Eater 3 is not going to be a game that's like one and done. They just put it out there on the Switch, then they're done supporting it. There's going to be more. So God Eater 3 will continue to receive updates following the 1.4 update that's due out early summer. Bandai Namco has announced in the latest God Eater official broadcast. The details of the future updates are currently unknown, but Bandai Namco is planning the persistent release of updates over a long period. And the company is even preparing a dedicated forum where users can share their feedback directly with the development team. That is dedication right there. So let's talk a little bit more about 1.40, the time attack mode, and then we'll talk more about the Switch stuff and what you can be expecting, even a demo on the Switch as well. So time attack mode displays the HP of the origami beneath the origami's name, which will not only make it easy to figure out the best way to defeat the origami, but also take into account the enjoyment of those watching you play. Each mission has a target time and awards a gold, silver, or bronze medal depending on the results. The medal displayed to the left of the timer is the medal that can be won if the army is defeated at that point in time. There was also a convenient restart feature that allows you to restart the time attack mission mid-fight, which is always really good, that you don't have to like exit out and kind of redo everything and re-accept. You can just restart it right then and there. There's also going to be some PS4/PC collaboration costumes, because you do know that the Nintendo Switch is getting exclusive Tales of Vesperia costumes with Yuri and Estelle, so the PS4 and the PC are going to be getting some stuff too as well. Now, last but definitely not least is the brand new action demo that's going to be released for the Nintendo Switch version of the game. Now, the release date was not announced, but the demo will support local multiplayer, so if you do have some friends, you guys can all go download the demo and check out the game yourself. It does support up to 8 players, online and local play, which I think is a first when it comes to Nintendo Switch. I'm not sure how many other games have local 8-player multiplayer on there. I know there's probably a couple, there's a few, but there's not many, and especially third-party games, not many when it comes to third-party. So the God Eater team is really putting in that good work here. God Eater 3 is already available for the PlayStation 4 and the PC, and is due out for the Nintendo Switch on July 11th in Japan and July 12th in the Americas and Europe. And guys, I'm a big supporter of this game, or I'm going to be a big supporter of this game, and I'll give you guys a few reasons why. Bandai Namco has always been a bit silly when it comes to the Nintendo Switch at certain times. Like, for example, what was that game? It was Sword Art Online. There we go. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. They were literally asking people to beg for the game, or to say, if you want the game, let us know. Let us know. It's like, why do we have to do that? Xbox One owners don't have to do that. There's no reason why Switch owners should have to, when the Switch is selling like gangbusters in Japan, and you already know good and well that your base of Sword Art Online likes to play games portably. You're just trying to get us to market your game for you, or get your game out there in the press. That's okay. How about you put out the game and we'll buy it? And that's exactly what they did, is that they said, okay, we'll just put out Sword Art Online on there. And they also brought us Hollow Realization, which nobody begged for or anything like that. So that's interesting whenever people talk about stuff like that. But also, if you look at this game, there was no asking for it at all. The Japanese users, from what I understand, did ask for the game, because God Eater has always had a portable fan base. The game started on the portable systems when it comes to PlayStation. So there's always going to be a lot of people that stick with that base. And if you look at the sales of the previous games, those all sold better on the Vita than on the systems, than like on the PS4 or the PS3. So it makes sense that they would put this one over on the Nintendo Switch, and it didn't even take that long. For those who don't know, this game came out at the end of 2018 in Japan, and then it came out early 2019 here in the West, February. And if you didn't know that, well, most people didn't know, because I don't think many people bought it here in the West, because it just seemed like it came out and then it disappeared, because it came out in February and there was a bunch of other games around that time. I mean, you had Kingdom Hearts, you had Resident Evil, those were late January. People weren't talking about God Eater 3 at all, and I think it just got buried, especially after Metro, then all the hoopla and all the shenanigans with Anthem and everything like that. Just nobody was talking about the game, but it is coming out. They announced it, I think, last month. I think they announced it in April. Yeah, so they announced it in April, and we're going to be officially getting it this July, which is interesting because there's a lot of big games in July. The game that we just talked about, Fire Emblem Three Houses, that comes out, but at least they give us a couple weeks here before Fire Emblem Three Houses to kind of sink our teeth into God Eater 3, but I'm really excited about this for a number of reasons. I think the action demo was a very good idea to give people a taste of what God Eater is. This is officially the first God Eater game on a Nintendo platform ever. So that is very exciting to have God Eater come over. Same thing with Sword Art Online. First ever to come over to a Nintendo platform, which is just crazy in my opinion, but at the same time, it is what it is. So that's exciting. But also another thing, the 8 players online, being able to team up with your friends, earn rewards and everything like that. A lot of people have been asking me like, yo, OJ, what is this game about, or what's it like? I would call it like a fast-paced, more futuristic Monster Hunter. That's what I would call this game, and from what I've played with God Eater, I like it more. I like it a bit more just because of the action, because of the speed of the game, because of kind of what you can do in the game. It kind of suits my playstyle a bit more. So if you want to play a game that has like a lot of grinding or loot collecting and all of that stuff, but you necessarily aren't into Monster Hunter, this might be the game for you, because I do like God Eater. I've played it just a little bit before. I've never really gotten heavily into it, but I do like the combat, the controls, the game game moves good. And this Switch footage that you guys are seeing is really good. I watched it undocked and I watched it docked, and it seems like it's going to be a competent and good port. Probably not be as detailed in some areas as the PlayStation 4 version of the game or the PC version of the game, but at the same time, this started on the portable systems. And even if you go back to the last release, God Eater 2, and like the Rage Burst and all the other stuff and subtitles that they called it, whatever it was, that actually sold more on the Vita. So people were really playing it because of the portability, because of the grindy nature of the game. Being able to play it anywhere that you want is something that people really respect and love with the God Eater franchise, which Bandai Namco saw. Their users did point that out to them about it, and they took a big cut when it comes to the sales of the game, because I don't know if the Western sales were that great at all, and the Japanese sales were definitely muted from what they had beforehand. So I think they started working on it ASAP, because yeah, there was a huge dip in sales with no PS Vita version out there. So I'm really happy they're able to get this thing going. Really like the fact that they're releasing a demo, and we should be enjoying God Eater pretty soon here in July. So what do you guys think about both of these topics here when it comes to the new characters in Fire Emblem Three Houses, in addition to the first Switch footage of God Eater 3 running? What are you guys' thoughts on these games? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.